All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, May 22nd, set today by Brummy. Let's see what Brummy has for us. Back to front, objects without style. Could it be a word for objects, or maybe the verb objects, and you reverse it? Or maybe you move its back letter to the front. That seems more likely. And it's going to mean without style. Now, if it is a plural word that we move the last letter, that's likely an S. So this might begin with an S without style. I don't know what that could be. Staid or stuffy or square, or just something for simple. No, not thinking of it. Let's try. English manufacturing source needs frame to make material. I think it's going to be some material. Now, English could simply be E, and manufacturing source could be the first letter of manufacturing, EM. And then we need a frame. Ooh, now could it be a word for needs frames it? Now I'm not thinking of any material with EM, so yeah, I'm not sure of that. Of course, it doesn't have to be cloth material. Anyway, artists raised in gloomy environment create Venus de Milo look. Well, what would the Venus de Milo look be? Armless, that's 7. Artists we know is often R-A. I wonder if this could be R-A-S, and raised means we might have S-A-R in the middle of a word for a gloomy environment. Oh, I wonder if it could end in S-A-R and then an M? Something arm? No. In quite a gloomy environment, a fog or a fug. No, playing marimba's okay. Peter Pan style. What is Peter Pan style? Well, there's a brand of peanut butter in the US. I don't think it's that. Something about flying or... But I think playing is an anagram indicator. We need 10 letters. And marimbas is 8 and okay is 2. So let's try that. Very unusual letters with the 2 M's. Oh, and there's some curry like that, korma or something. Omar. Oh, we might have arms. Arms akimbo. Oh, I think that means when you have your hands on your hips and your elbows out, your arms akimbo. And of course, that's Peter Pan's trademark pose. Of course, I think of the League of Gentlemen, where they had a theater group, right, called Legs Akimbo, which I don't think is strictly correct. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we finally got one. Very unusual letters, as I say. We get a few good crossers, but not a lot. Crush of people to see actor's bottom in dirty film. Well, I'm thinking actor's bottom is going to be the last letter of actor R. And we're going to put it inside. Is it going to be a single word for a dirty film? Well, that could be, I was going to say like scum. And I think if you put an R in scum, you get a scrum, which would be a crush of people. Ooh, so now, yeah, I wasn't expecting an S at the end, unless, no, I was thinking the original word might end in two S's, but I don't think so. Without style, might end in double S though. Back to front. Oh, maybe back to front is the definition. Endways, something like that. Objects without style. Oh, objects could be ends. Yes, and the way you do something could be the style. Yeah, so without, we've seen this before where it means one word goes outside another one. I'm not sure I would have thought of endways as back to front. I suppose it means you're looking at the back of something. Ah, so this does begin with E for English. Ermine. No, I think it must be EM. And then a frame. Not sure. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. Very large opening for paint remover. We've seen before where very large is OS, which stands for oversized or outsized. And then an opening could be a hole or a door. And is then that the definition going to be a paint remover, a stripper? I mean, it could be the chemical solvent. Or could it be a tool, like a scraper of some kind for removing paint? Not sure. Book some traveling sweep. I would have thought some might be an indicator of a hidden word, but the only M is in some itself. Is it going to be a book of the Bible? Our book, I think, can simply be B. And then I'm thinking a broom would be sweep. But how is... Oh no, some traveling might also be the word some being anagrammed. So then it would be some. That rings a bell. Let me pause and look that up. Yes, I must have seen that word many years ago. It's a bundle of twigs attached to a handle and used as a broom. All right. So now this begins with emboss. Could a boss be a frame? Oh, could it be frame as in set somebody up? Emblem. Oh no, why am I not thinking of a material? Oh, it could also be material as in significant. Material to the matter at hand. No, oh, and now our... Oh, disarm. Ah, I think that's it. Create Venus de Milo look. So the artists are RAS, and inside of dim is a gloomy environment. All right. Made do with iron arrangement for a traditional scalar structure. I presume that's the definition, but what is a scalar structure? And traditional, is that part of the definition? Normal, something. Let's think about the wordplay. Made do. Oh, iron arrangement sounds like anagramming iron. Oh, could it be made do iron? We have to anagram. Yeah, I think we have the right letters. Traditionals. Oh, we've got a lot of vowels. I don't know what a traditional scalar was. Something mode, maybe? Dorian mode. Ah, yes, it's one of the church modes of music. There we go. And so a scale structure. All right. Make material. Oh, embody. To make, sort of like make materialize, or to make real, to embody something. Yes, all right. So that's the top left corner. Took a while. Rhizome, flower tip as well, rejected by reserve. I'm thinking it's going to be reserve is the definition. Rhizome just has 7 letters. Flower tip could be the F, but that's only 8 letters. As well, maybe a rhizome is the definition. No, cat gets over drugged state. Is it going to be a 3-letter word for cat plus O for over, and it's going to mean a drugged state? Well, Tom and Mog we've seen before, but I don't know Tomo or Mogo. What is a drugged state? Trip. Cat gets over. How would that be trip? Our cat, of course, could be a hep cat. No. Ulterior motive, as a solver might discern in stag endangered. All right, well, those words are very odd together. Oh, I do see agenda between stag and endangered. And an ulterior motive would be a hidden agenda. So that's very clever. A solver sees the word agenda that has been hidden. I like that. Agitator, reduced temperature at Moscow Mint. I think it's going to be an agitator, maybe. Ooh, yeah, so reduced temperature is T, and at a Moscow Mint you might be a ruble maker. I think there is a spelling of ruble with an O, and so a troublemaker. African people incarcerated when borders removed. All right, so I think we need to find a word for incarcerated and remove its outer letters to get an African people in 4 letters First ones I think of are Hutu. Oh, and those are the inner letters of shut up. So if you are incarcerated, locked up, or shut up, um, I think that's right. There may be some other, because there's so many African peoples. Wouldn't surprise me if there's another one that fits that. All right, since start of Cup final, a new heartless city's domination. Wow. Um, Heartless City to me seems like it's going to be CY. And I think if we put new before that, we get NCY. In fact, it's a new. So I think it's going to be a word for domination. Now, since start might be S. And now cup final could be a P. Oh no, then we run into a new heartless. So yeah, so maybe a word for since, and then maybe the start of cup. I don't know what final then is going to be. What word is domination ending in ancy? Nope. Let's go back to the Downs. Woods in an unsettled area of Wales. I think it's might be an area of Wales. Or maybe it's an anagram of an area of Wales, unsettled, and it's going to mean woods, but no, I think it might be woods in an anagram of area. Oh, no, but then then the definition would just be Wales. Can I think of anywhere in Wales? The Rhondda Valley? No. Latin name of tree belt. Ooh, Latin can be L. We just had that yesterday. And a tree could be an ash. I think that's probably the tree we see most often. And to belt somebody could be to lash them. Okay, articulate rock band question tunes rendering. I think it's going to be articulate or articulate. Maybe it's a tunes rendering. But I'm wondering if rock. I thought rock might be an anagram indicator of band, and then we anagram tune to get our other 8 letters, but then that leaves question over. Question can be a Q. So maybe it's a 3-letter rock band followed by a Q. And then I can think, of course. I was thinking, it's going to end, I think, in UENT, and then a word for articulate could be eloquent. So the rock band is ELO. I think they're going on some farewell tour, but we'll see if it really is the farewell. All right, Chinese possibly. Follow a direction. What is Chinese possibly? Like a language or a Asian people, a republic, of course, could be type of cuisine, Chinese possibly, or one of the many things that we name Chinese burn, Chinese lantern, Chinese something or other. But then follow, oh, A might simply be A, and then we have a direction, and we have a 6-letter word for follow. AN, I think, is probably the most likely direction, north. Yeah, not seeing it. One upgrade, tentatively settled. 10 letters, one upgrade is 10 letters. And we have the G and the E. Let's try one upgrade. Ogden Nash, no. Settled, ooh, oh, I thought it might be under, but the second word is only 4 letters. What's going to come before the G? AG, like our hidden agenda. Settled, oh, agreed upon, yes. There we go. So, oh, final could be end, maybe? Domination, ascendancy, maybe? As, I think, is since. Start of cup, and then final. All right, I like it. Add vinegar, etc. to fish. Jamie's ultimate restaurant rule. Well, fortunately, we have the DES. I'm thinking the first word must be dress, and then a restaurant rule could be a dress code. So I suppose if you're adding vinegar, etc., like in a salad, you're dressing it. Fish is cod, and the last letter of Jamie is the E. In court, as ballet dancers often are. All right, that's a very simple punning double definition at the bar. What constitutes a list of arguments against storing canvas? I think this is going to be another punning definition. Maybe it's going to be a list, and then it's going to punningly be arguments against storing. Oh, I think arguments against are the cons. Yes, and the cons store a tent, which could be canvas. And the contents is a list. All right. Let's go back here. Marsupial, as well as one canine. I'm thinking just of an animal that fits. I don't know if it's a marsupial or not, but there is a bandicoot, not a bandicoot. So let's see, as well as, I think could be and one. Canine housed in compartment. Well, a canine could be a tooth as well as a dog. Oh, what's a, so yeah, I'm not sure I have. Oh, a compartment might be a boot. And so is canine simply C? I wonder how that is allowed, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm going to, well, let me pause and look up a bandicoot. Yes, a bandicoot is a marsupial in the Australia, New Guinea area. All right, how about hawk, about right with this? Hawk, I think, is some form of wine, is it? Oh, maybe port. About right means, I'm thinking we put an R in it, but Not if it's port, no. With this. Now there is a verb to hawk something, isn't that to sell it? Or am I thinking of some other word? All right. Eggs placed over paving, gains, show, prize. Ooh. Eggs placed over paving. That's very cryptic. Nope. New York suburbs crazy to change leader. Well, I presume it's going to be New York suburbs. Oh, actually, that could be LI for Long Island, right? And then a word for crazy. And it's going to, which could be nuts, no, to change leader. Or it's a word for crazy, and we change the first letter to get New York suburbs. Which of the boroughs could it be? No, not saying it. All right, Bill Clinton famously claimed he didn't fit after being elected. I think if you break it after Bill Clinton famously claimed he didn't, then the answer is obvious to anyone who was alive at the time. Inhale. And so fit is hail, and if you're elected, you are in. All right. 100-year gravitational source linked to inverted star constellation. I think 100 is C, year is Y, then maybe gravitational is simply G. I'm thinking of Cygnus. Oh yeah, so the star is the sun and it is inverted. All right. Hawk, about right. Ah, yes, hawk is to sell, all right, to, but it's specifically, excuse me, to bring it to a pawnbroker's. But, so with the R, we get prawn. About right with this. The only thing is, I think they're saying the first meaning of hawk is pawn, but then in the meaning, you would have hawk, drink hawk with prawns. Is that right? Well, we'll see what 15 squared has to say. All right, debut made by crossword clue solver. Wow. Made by crossword clue. Well, the crossword clue solver could be us, right? Or me or I. Of course, from Brummy's point of view, it's you. I wonder if it could be an anagram of debut, but that doesn't seem very likely. E something T. Eb tud. Ed tub. No, I don't see it. We have some more. Oh, it ends in S. Crazy. Oh, bonkers. Yonkers. Now, isn't Yonkers just one place? So is it right to say New York suburbs? I would have thought that was just a New York suburb. but bonkers and you change the first letter. Still don't know what that is. Ooh, but now debut made by crossword clue. Well, there can't be too many. Oh, entry. Yeah, so you write it in as an entry, but it's also a debut. There we go. And finally, boost. Chinese and UK measures of distance. I'm not sure if the definition is boost or measures of distance. It seems more likely measures of distance would be wordplay because there are some short abbreviations, but wow, could Chinese be part of the definition? Boost Chinese? UK? No, not seeing it. All right, well, it didn't do too badly on my first pass through. Just not thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be a place name. I think I need to finish fairly quickly, so I'm going to use wordplays.com to find what fits this letter pattern. One of the words that fits is Snowdonia, which I think is in Wales, but oh, I see we have, I think it's an anagram of woods in Anne. It's unsettled. So that whole, those three words are anagrammed. That's clever. And it sort of defines Snowdonia, maybe. A very large opening for paint remover. Ooh. Oh, I did say solvent. I'm not sure how it's right. Very large opening. It's not a hidden clue. I'm going to go ahead and check it. It is correct. No, I do not see that at all. No. Nope, nope. Oh, other than we have V for very and L for large, and they could be said to be opening or in the middle of SOENT, but oh no, here it is. Very is so, L is large, and vent is an opening. And I think we have seen vent as an opening before, so I probably should have thought of that sooner. All right, Chinese possibly follow a direction. Chinese possibly. No, not seeing it. Here's our rhizome flower tip as well, rejected by reserve. Oh, rhizome I think is part of a root, isn't it? Root shoot. Oh, because I'm thinking ending in OOT. That could be the word to, meaning as well rejected. I'm going to check it. No. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reveal it. Rootstock. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think rhizome is probably the definition. Flower tip. Oh, could that be stalk? As well. I think the two is here, OOT, and reserve maybe that R. So then I think flower tip might be the stalk. I think I've heard that term probably from watching Gardener's World. Oh, so I think Ah, I think this must be a takeaway, Chinese possibly, and then follow. I think maybe take is to follow, and then a, and then a way. So we see way being used again in a different sense. All right, so now our cat gets over drugged state. Oh, I should know this word, but no, not getting it. I'm going to reveal it. Puma. Wow. Gets over. So cat is the definition. Drugged state. No, I can see backwards we have am up. Or is it a mop? No, gonna need 15 squared for that. All right, just our eggs placed over paving gains show prize. So maybe it's a prize or the verb to prize. What are eggs? I mean, ova would have been good. Placed over paving. Now I'm going to reveal this one too. A rosette, okay, that is a show prize. Oh, eggs are roe, R-O-E. Placed over paving gains. Well, S-E-T-T? I don't know. Boost, Chinese and UK measures of distance. Boost. Now I'm going to reveal this one too. A lift, okay. Chinese. Oh, I wonder if the li is a Chinese measure of distance because FT is a UK measure. Or is li just simply for Chinese, a Chinese name? I don't know. Let's check all. All right, everything else still seems to be there. Let's go check a few of these. All right, today's blog is by Andrew. He says, I'm away from home and without my usual facilities. Well, I think that applies to me today, although I am at home. Anyway, Brummy also, yeah, Brummy, I did think we saw him pretty recently. All right, so the ones, let's see, I had quite a few little question marks. Rootstock is R plus reverse of 2. Oh, stock is reserve. It's not the, oh, of course, the tip of flower is the last letter of flower. Okay. And then 12, drugged is up. Wow. And state is Massachusetts. Oh my goodness. All right, then 25. Oh, a dentist abbreviation of K9 is simply a C. Okay. So hock is a white wine that might go with prawns. All right. Oh, set is a kind of paving. And gains was simply a linking word. All right. No question mark about Yonkers being a plural suburbs. And then down, I think there was just the one I didn't get was, oh, so li is a Chinese measure of distance. Okay. Let's see. Anyone complaining? Thought Yonkers was a suburb, but it's called a city, so comprises suburbs plural. Okay. All right. Yes, I parsed Puma as am up. All right. Yeah, there's some tricky ones there, so I had to reveal quite a few at the end. So Brummy definitely defeated me. Anyway, I hope you did better than I did. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.